Let's get you back to Northern California, Woodside specifically. President Biden officially beginning talks with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Let's listen.
Important discussions on issues matter to both our nations and to the world. But as always, there's no substitute to face-to-face discussions. I've always found our discussions straightforward and frank, and I've always appreciated them. Mr. President, we know each other for a long time. We haven't always agreed, which was not a surprise to anyone, but our meetings have always been candid, straightforward, and useful. I've never doubted what you've told me in terms of your candid nature in which you speak. I value our conversation because I think it's paramount that you and I understand each other clearly, leader to leader, with no misconceptions or miscommunication. We have to ensure that competition does not veer into conflict. And we also have to manage it responsibly, that competition. That's what the United States wants and what we intend to do. I also believe it's what the world wants for both of us, candid exchange. We also have a responsibility to our people and the world to work together when we see it in our interest to do so. And the critical global challenges we face, from climate change to counter-narcotics to artificial intelligence, demand our joint efforts. So I look forward to beginning this discussion, and I welcome you, and the floor is yours, Mr. President. And again, welcome back.
Mr. President, good morning. Coming here, I think of your trip to China. When I was the Vice President of China, we had a meeting. It was 12 years ago. I still remember our interactions very vividly, and it always gives me a lot of thoughts. Last time we met in Bali, you said it was a year and a day ago. A lot has happened since then. The world has emerged from the COVID pandemic, but is still under its tremendous impacts. The global economy is recovering, but its momentum remains sluggish. Industrial and supply chains are still under the threat of interruption, and protectionism is rising. All these are grave problems. The China-US relationship, which is the most important bilateral relationship in the world, should be perceived and envisioned in a broad context of the accelerating global transformations unseen in a century. It should develop in a way that benefits our two peoples and fulfills our responsibility for human progress. China-US relationship has never been smooth sailing over the past 50 years or more, and it always faces problems of one kind or another. Yet it has kept moving forward amid twists and turns. For two large countries like China and the United States, turning their back on each other is not an option. It is unrealistic for one side to remodel the other, and conflict and confrontation has unbearable consequences for both sides. I'm still of the view that major country competition is not the prevailing trend of current times and cannot solve the problems facing China and the United States or the world at large. Planet Earth is big enough for the two countries to succeed, and one country's success is an opportunity for the other. It is an objective fact that China and the United States are different in history, culture, social system, and development path. However, as long as they respect each other, coexist in peace, and pursue win-win cooperation, they will be fully capable of rising above differences and find the right way for the two major countries to get along with each other. I firmly believe in the promising future of the bilateral relationship. Mr. President, you and I, we are at the helm of China-US relations. We shoulder heavy responsibilities for the two peoples, for the world, and for history. I look forward to having an in-depth exchange of views and reaching new understandings with you on strategic and overarching issues critical to the direction of China-US relations and on major issues affecting world peace and development. I wish to thank you for your thoughtful arrangements for our meeting today and for our participation at the APEC meeting. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, press.
Thanks, guys.
Can we go this way?
We're walking out. Yeah, we're walking out. Everyone start walking
Thank you so
out.
much. Everyone's got to head out. Everyone's got to head out.
All right, that was the start then of that highly anticipated meeting between President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping. Really a lot of words towards cooperation.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting to hear President Xi say turning our backs on each other is not an option, and that this idea that major country competition is not anything that necessarily needed to take place, saying that the planet Earth is big enough for both countries to succeed.
Yeah, that also jumped out to me as well. Both world leaders using similar language. President Biden saying, quote, competition does not need to lead to conflict, and he hopes to have a candid exchange with the Chinese leader. President Xi Jinping saying conflict and confrontation has unbearable consequences for both sides. And that turning, as you mentioned, their back on each other is not an option. The Chinese president, though, did say protectionism is rising. So obviously, these two economic global powers are on opposing sides, but this is about cooperation today. Before they get into the weeds of what they need to discuss, they're at least showing publicly a more positive, cooperative tone.
It was interesting, I thought, that it was so cooperative, so anti-competitive, in part because much of what we hear is that there is a race for international supremacy, and it is between the United States, China, and then possibly Russia. But on this, those remarks attempted to set a very different sort of tone. President Biden also saying that hinting, I think, a bit at the fact that they have a relationship of respect, but not necessarily one where they see eye to eye with one another, saying that their meetings have always been candid and useful, more about appreciating one another's honest assessment of things and encouraging that to go forward, as opposed to what we have seen sometimes with President Biden and other world leaders that are very chummy, that have a more friendly relationship. In this case, it was more about what does the future portend for these two great nations.
Yeah, and the Chinese president, they're even saying that he was recalling their meeting for the first time, I think, some 12 years ago during Biden's time in China. But what's crucial to this meeting is all the areas in which they do not agree, when they're on opposing ends of particular goals. We know that President Biden is scheduled to hold a solo news conference later this evening on the heels of all of this. We'll be sure to bring that to you live and have our correspondents ready to give their breakdown and analysis as well. For now, though, we'll take a very short break. Coming up next for you, we'll take a quick look at the population decline in the United States, what it means and how it may be reversed. Stay right there. You're streaming CBS News.